Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Malty Monday. The panel and myself are going to be looking into coffee/breakfast stouts. I want to say hello to the chat. We got folks from the panel in the chat. So Thomas was first, and Thrash Metal was second.
Whoa!
And welcome, Beerman. You're third.
Oh, that!
All right.
That chat over there.
So let's take a look at who we have tonight. We have Ron Therio. Therio. We have Beerman.
Terrio.
It is Therio. Okay. I always get nervous.
Make a rope.
We have Thrash Metal.
I'm sorry.
Barbecue. Miscellaneous Magnets. Michael Kormaroff.
Hello.
Drunken One.
Hey, gang.
Thomas Metal 75.
What's up?
And Alex the Beermaster. All right. Let me look at the only thing I could really find on BJCP on this. It falls under. They don't have a specific category for coffee/breakfast stouts. It just kind of goes under this whole lumped in thing under spice, herb, and vegetable beers under a specialty category.
There you go, Drunken One.
So let's see. The overall impressions is going to be kind of bland and not directed exactly at coffee breakfast stouts, but it's a harmonious marriage of SHV, which is the spiced herb vegetable, and beer, but still recognizable as a beer. The SHV character should be evident, but in balance with the beer, not so forward as to suggest an artificial product. Comments on it: overall balance is the key to presenting a well-made spice herb or vegetable beer. The SHV should complement the original style and not overwhelm it. The key attributes to the declared base style will be different with the addition of spices, herbs, and or vegetables. Do not expect the base beer to taste the same as the unadulterated version.
Ooh.
Right.
And then it tells you judge the beer based on the pleasantness and balance of the resulting combination. Individual character of each coffee breakfast stout may not always be individually identifiable when used in combination. Just some commercial examples for what they do throughout here are AleSmith Speedway Stout, Bell's Java Stout, and I'll skip over the other ones that are IPAs and stuff like that. And they also say Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Sure.
So
I think Alex got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry.
All right. So what we're going to do right now is going to bring up Ron Therio, who he's in a beer reviews, and he's going to go full on.
Ooh.
Balls to the walls, boys.
Okay. That's not a stout. That's a lager.
That's a cool shirt.
It is. Yeah, I like the color. Right. So red on one side, black on the other. Catch the
Kinda like
someone,
a black
Coffee stout, Ronald.
I'll mention why that shirt is being worn later. Okay. So here is KBS, the amazing Cosmickies, highly acclaimed KBS, a flavored stout. It's good for everything a flavored stout ought to be good for. It's ale brewed with chocolate and coffee aged in oak bourbon barrels, and I think it's Heaven Hill barrels, but I can't be definitive, but I'm pretty sure it's Heaven Hill. And it's this year's 12%. Now mine was packaged on March 12th, but that won't mean anything. This stuff could age so long, and I got it at Total Wine and More. Didn't show up in my town this year, but I remember 5-10 years ago, people would run and get in a line for it, and in 3 hours it'd be gone, and the whole state be gone. Now I saw it sitting on the shelf, so lonely and ignored.
Yep, exactly.
That's beer hype.
I went to another store and it was just like I'm gonna turn the light off. So it was just so strange, you know, that it could be hot and now not hot. All right.
Is there a reason you shut off the light? I mean, I'm just questioning.
Because I really needed a lamp in front of my face, not behind me.
Copy
So
that.
it's kind of like putting my head in the shadow, but now I got my monitor lighting me up.
Well, I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to judge.
Hey, this makes it very Halloween-ish.
Yeah.
Very Halloween feeling.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Now, thank you. Now there is the tan head, and it's very dark brown. Well, I'm going to start doing the lamp after this week because it's getting dark earlier now. Okay, so dark brown, nearly black, 12%. Woof.
Yeah.
It smells so chocolatey. It smells, well, malty, dark malt, and coffee. It is a dessert beer, really. Let's be honest. It smells and tastes like a dessert, like a wonderful dessert. And that beer that Drunken One's going to have is pronounced Lev. It means dream.
Yikes.
Lev.
All right.
Lev, it starts with an R.
Right.
Correct.
Lev.
Go with
Lev.
it.
All right. I'll try my best. All right.
Lev. You know
Thank
those
you.
French people. Like my name is supposed to be pronounced Derriot. Okay.
God bless you.
It's like you got something caught in your throat and trying to get it to come up. All right.
KBS.
Eric's impatient.
I'm dying to
Gotta
hear you.
mellow out. All right. It's very bready. It's cake. It's almost like a chocolate cake. No joke. You know what it is? Like a chocolate brownie. That's it. Not a cake, a brownie. Well, I guess a brownie is a derivative of a cake, huh? Like a.
Just didn't realize. What temperature is your beer, sir?
That's a personal question.
I don't know.
Is it cold or is it fairly warm?
I don't know. 96. No, I don't know what.
How long have you had it out of the refrigerator?
I would say it's on the cold side. Yes.
Okay.
Probably about 8 minutes. I think that was a legitimate question, actually.
That is a very legitimate
got
question.
some
For a beer like
good,
that.
kind of. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's Dio. I have to give him shit.
It's got
I'm give him hell.
it's got some camouflage looking lacing, camo looking lacing. Velvety mouthfeel, heavy body. It's got some char. It's got some bitterness. I think the IBUs are pretty dang high on this beer. But it's not burnt. Some of these dark stout burnt like charcoal, but it doesn't have. It has a little bit, but it's not charred. Maybe like a roasted marshmallow type of feature, but not overly done. Man, that is just so much chocolate and coffee. It seems more chocolatey and coffee this year than in the past, but I have no backstock to blind taste test it, so it's only going by my think. It's in my mind. But let's look at 2020. It's really great. It tastes fattening. The finish is pretty sweet. I would guess medium sweet. Excuse me. This is a winner, people, and I want to say hello to Beerman and Jesse. Thanks for letting me come on, and Eric, and miscellaneous magnets, and Michael Stout King.
Cheers, man.
They say the IBUs on that beer is 70, by the way. I just went on their
Yeah,
website.
70. I thought it was high like that. Yeah, 70. And also to Brian at Thrash Metal Homebrew. I saw you did an intro video that was posted today. See, I'm watching. All right.
Hey, thanks for watching, Ron. Thank you.
I keep up with everybody over around here.
Yeah. You're like the
this
king,
thing is
man.
great.
You're like, can't touch this.
What? I'm not sure I follow what you're saying.
Can't touch this.
Oh,
It's hammer time.
It's halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, the cartoon series on. All right. Anyway, Dynamite product. I'm saying 100 out of 100. I'm scoring it 100 out of 100, and it's on the cusp of world class. But I don't do world class unless it goes above 100, which is so rare, so very rare. So it is $5 a bottle. But you got to live a little, unless you don't have any money, then you just drink something cheaper. All right.
I guess so, right?
Yeah. Don't go in debt. Don't buy stuff on credit, folks. But that's another topic. All right. Anyway, to close out tomorrow. Oh, I have the Paulina shirt because I have to do these Paulina reviews and post them tomorrow. And I have their Oktoberfest Martin and the Oktoberfest beer. So I got to do it tomorrow because they want me to do it tomorrow because Oktoberfest starts Saturday and they want it done now. Okay.
Nice.
Secondly, Dawn Busters tomorrow morning. I got this Rich and Rare, which is not rare. It's kind of rich, but
Rich and almost done.
Yeah, I can do
empty.
2 challenges with it. Only 2 left. And then the competitor is going to smash it, destroy it, kill it, and otherwise obliterate it. Is Crown Royal Blenders Mash. If you want to save time and effort, don't watch it because all you're going to see is a beatdown. But, oh well. And that's it. Thanks for letting me join. I hope everybody does very well. As Jesse knows, I'll be watching the playback because I always do. I'll probably be sipping on this and watching the live thing for a while because I can't gulp this thing down too fast. So thanks for letting me join. And now I'll slowly fade away.
Cheers, Ron.
Cheers, Ron.
Cheers, Ron.
Cheers, Ron.
Hello.
Thank you for joining again.
John Anilli is caught in traffic.
Of course he is. All right,
All
gentlemen.
right.
Roll heads.
Of course.
I'm gonna drop him. I'm gonna drop him out now. Thank you very much, Ron.
How do you get
Appreciate
off
it.
Goodbye, Ron.
And we're gonna welcome in Alex the Beer Master's back again, and Micah's Mix is here. Welcome, Micah. Welcome to your first Multi Monday stream. So just so you know how we're gonna do it. So Ron is fully through because he's got other things he's got to get finished up and stuff.
Right.
Early mornings and stuff. But everybody else, we're just gonna start off with presenting the beer. So basically show what beer you have, you pour it in the glass and all that stuff, and then you can talk about what the beer looks like, and then we'll come back around, and then you can do all your smell, taste, stuff like that, and what score you would give it. All right. So first up to present is Beer Man.
All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Appreciate it as always. This is let me get my notes. I didn't want to have to read the bottle all over the place. This is from Bellingham, Washington, just north of me, somewhere in that vicinity. Wander Brewing Company. It's it's about a year aged, barrel aged, and bourbon barrels. 2019 barrel aged early bird is what it's called. Wander Brewing Company is the name of the brewing company. It's an imperial breakfast stout with lactose, dulce de leche, oats, and coffee aged in bourbon barrels. It's a 9.6% ABV. I didn't get any IBUs, but let's see if I can get this. I got the wax coating off of it already. That was a tough problem, but it was still easy to take it off. All right.
Okay.
Oh wow. Jeez. It really smelled of whiskey. Like you get that bourbon.
Whiskey.
It's very nice. Very oily.
Nice pour.
Thick. Wow.
Beautiful.
Beautiful beer.
Enjoy
I'm going to have my thoughts here on the next round. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Okay.
man.
Thank you, beer man.
Party.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my shit ready.
Come on, Mike.
I'm moving fast, boys.
But you got
He's going
a
to use up
second.
all
You
the
got a second.
adjectives. It's going to use up all the adjectives. We're not going to have anything to say.
Yeah, you should have put him last.
Throat mayo.
You can use all the ones.
Oh, God.
Cheers, Brad.
Oh,
Oh,
Am I up
yeah,
now?
it's full
Hey.
time.
okay. Hold on.
For the Quaker.
Anyway, we're doing Saugatuck Brewery. I was wondering why you had me up there. This is the blueberry maple stout. This is not considered a coffee stout or breakfast stout, but I saw the guy eating breakfast, so it's close enough, I guess. I've had this one before. Good beer. Let me open her up. And it is a nice full body beer. The head on here is like thick as molasses.
Oh yeah, pour that thing. Pour that thing.
You gotta be
Yeah.
careful with it sometimes because it'll just take off on you. But if you look, it's got a nice, tight, real frothy mug on it. That's awesome. It's very dark brown. On the edges, it is brown, just a hint of red on there. But yeah, it smells of blueberries, smells of chocolate, smells of coffee. Yeah, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Y'all.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers from Colorado.
Just to let them know, we're bringing them up next. We got miscellaneous magnets.
All right, what's up, everybody? Got the KBS 2020, 12%, 20 IBUs, packaged on 8/13/20. So this thing is really fresh, a month and 1 day old. So, anyways, let's get into it. Beer's been out for a little bit, so it's probably at 65 to 70 degrees.
Yeah.
That ought to be good.
Yep.
Hot beer.
There it is. It is dark. You ain't seeing nothing through that.
Exactly.
Brown head, tight knit. All right. Cool, man. I'm ready to dive into this.
Nice.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. And Michael Komarov, you are on now.
Komarov.
Okay, so it's Barrio Brewing, and it's called Skillet, and it's at 8%, and they're calling it a donut stout.
Nice.
Now, when I poured it, it had a head, but it was one of the fastest leaving heads I've ever seen. I'm sure you guys have come across ones where you pour it and then the head just goes away. So it was
Yes,
about a half a finger head,
Y'all.
and it was beige, and now there's really nothing left of the head. Very dark brown color.
Mhm.
And when it comes around, I will describe it.
Right.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers,
Cheers,
Michael.
Michael.
Michael Komarov, Stout King.
Michael Komarov, Stout King.
Oh shit, it's my turn. Right, first of all, thanks for having me. Okay. Yeah, I brought one I've never tried from Parish Brewing. It's Ron was trying to teach me how to say it. He said it different than I'm gonna pronounce it. Rev, but he made it sound like I had
Yeah,
more.
it says Rev.
Anyway, I don't know. It's from Louisiana, so he should know better than I do. I'm gonna pop the top on a little can of smoke. I got the fan on. I couldn't see that so much. Anyway, it is a 7.4, although it's not marked on the bottle. It's a 7.4 coffee. What's it say on there? Coffee stout. Okay, so I'm doing the right thing. Woo, pay attention.
All right. So apparently, you pronounce it this way.
Nice and dark. This is my cleanest dirty glass, so we're working with that. I got my torch over here, like you might say overseas. You can't see crap through it, although there's light. You can't see crap through it, not even at the bottom. So it's gonna be a really dark beer. It poured with a half finger mixed bubble head. I don't want to pour it on my laptop, but you see there's some bigger ones here, but in the middle they're a little bit deeper or a little bit smaller. And I think it's going to go away like Mr. Cormorant did. First time trying it, going to give her help. And pardon my background, I'm doing the moving thing, so I'm having to back shit up. So there's not stuff around me much anymore.
Opposite of quarantine.
Having me just a happy
Yes,
Monday.
now-
Thank you, D1.
Apparently,
We
it's pronounced Chev. All right, D. I got a little itty bitty teeny weeny story about this name because it does mean something actually, and it's not just a cool label. From the Black Cat Brew Works in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, comes their Goat Heather Coffee Stout. 6.5%, and there's not a date on this bad boy. Apparently, so actually, before I get into that, year-round stout, 6.5, brewed with huge amounts of Mike Shea's Ethiopian coffee beans. This smooth, well-rounded stout just might get you up and dancing like the goats. And that's a roasting company in Bridgewater. According to the NCA USA, National Coffee Association of USA, coffee grown worldwide can trace its heritage back centuries to the ancient coffee forests of the Ethiopian plateau. Story goes that Kaldi discovered coffee after he noticed that after eating berries from a certain tree, his goats became so energetic they did not want to sleep at night. And he is the goat herder. So I guess that's why they call it, or goat heather. That's why they call it goat heather a coffee stout. Now you know. There you go. I'll shut up now. About the history. That's a good looking beer. Ruby red tinges, kind of dark brown. And it's got a nice khaki looking head. I'll shut up and start getting into it, and we'll come back to me later.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Alex, the beer master, are you ready?
Can you even hear us, Alex? No, he's done.
I guess Alex is not quite ready, so I think we're gonna. Oh, you moved.
Wait, Alex, hello.
Concentrating.
You don't have quite the computer to do this, unfortunately.
Alex, you might have to restart, buddy.
All right, next.
Is he the last in our group?
Yes.
All right. All right. So, Alex, we'll come back to you. I'm going to move on over to our newcomer, Micah.
Oh, no volume, buddy. We can't hear you.
Nope.
Volume.
Wait. There we go. What about
There
there?
you go.
Yeah,
There you
there it is.
Okay. Wrong button press. There we
You
go.
need to fire the producer.
Yes, I need to fire myself. There we go. Okay. So what I've already busted mine open because y'all took too long and I wanted to drink. But what I'm drinking tonight is actually Black is Beautiful, the Imperial double coffee stout from Spindletap, which is here in Houston. This is their version of it. Basically, all they did was they added lactose and they added their signature black gold coffee. And I've already kind of busted. I have a little bit left so we can see. It's very carbonated. This one's like super carbonated. Getting lots of bubbles, nothing frothy or anything like that. Very, very, very black. Not even a hint of red or anything. Even the head is very dark. This thing is very, very dark. Extremely dark. I actually rated this over on my channel if y'all wanted to check that out. But it's a pretty good beer. Just very strong coffee taste. Very strong coffee taste. You don't get any of that chocolate malt like the original recipe had. So it's pretty good.
Michael, what's the ABV?
9. This is a 9.
Thank you.
Niner.
Right.
No IBUs listed. No IBUs listed.
Okay.
Wait. So we will come back around, and then you can go on through all the aromas and flavors and give it your score that you feel fit today. And we still don't have. We still don't
Showing the
have.
guns, are we?
His guns are sneaking out.
Oh, God. I ordered an extra large too.
That's
Hey,
why
you
we
should
ordered
have ordered
small shirts.
You should have ordered a small.
So
Gun show.
the beer that I'm bringing is Litherman's Limited Ground Control. Litherman's is out of Concord, New Hampshire, and it's a cold brewed coffee stout. Comes in at 5.1% ABV. On the back, all Litherman's beers are, if you couldn't guess, based off of music. So on the back there is the was it Major Tom or Ground Control, whatever the song's called. But yes, it's 3
Yes,
dark malts, 2 local partners. This sounded more like the 12 Days of Christmas. 1 great beer. drink your Lithermans and put your helmet on. This is Ground Control, your favorite stout. It's really made with coffee from our friends over at True Brew down the street. Local partnerships, just so sweet. And we put it in a tin can. All right. There's that. I'm going to pour this into my Guinness draft glass that I got from Turtle Man, Irishman.
Look at that pour. You're like a pro.
And
Not quite an amateur.
it has kind of a rocky, dark mocha chocolate type head. The color of the beer itself, well, I get some red hues down below here that you can't see because the light's not in the right direction. But yeah, very dark here. Brown, red hues. All right, we are going to check to see if Alex has made it back yet. He has not. So let's go on over to Beerman to go through his full-on tasting notes.
All right. So I'm going off notes here. This is things I put down as you guys were talking. So first of all, this is a great beer. This is a thick. Let's just go off the top of my head first. This is downright like oiled can Henry freaking thick, rich chocolate espresso. Boom, boom. Thank you. Very boozy.
Yes.
Very boozy. And it's not hiding well at all. Let you know it's there. 9.6. You know, hey. So one finger head, firm memory foam head. Had some legs, had the lacing, and then the legs started to kind of drip down into crystallization on the side of the glass. You can kind of see a little of that kind of formed. On the nose, immediately a bourbon corn-like alcohol presence all over the place. Boozy smells, balanced espresso notes with baker's chocolate aromas, brown sugar, molasses, sweet dough aroma like that of donut or something like that. Kind of that oily, donutty kind of sweet dough. The look of it, a dark oil can, black and opaque, deep, rich tan or light cocoa-colored head, lacing and legs settle quite nicely. The taste of it, smooth, boozy, creamy, tangy. Flavors of tangy meaning it's kind of tangy around the cheeks and the back and the finish. Flavors of dark chocolate, roasted espresso, coffee beans, molasses, brown sugar, even got some tobacco leaf in there. Sweet tobacco leaf, the tobacco spiciness, the sweet and milky thick. The lactose is in there. The dulce de leche has a little caramel, dark, rich caramel in there as well. That milkiness, I like it so much. Oh my God, this is a really good beer. Let's see, where are we going with this? Tangy and dry on the cheeks with a nice chocolate espresso taste on the palate and tongue. Heaty in the finish. It was a bit heaty. It's kind of hard. It is kind of hard to drink. I like that of taking a shot down, but not, a lot more smooth. Of course, it's a beer. It's not liquor. It's not spirits, but it is heaty in the chest. It has that bitter espresso finish. It's easy to drink, though, and it's very dangerous. It's very smooth, very sweet, sticky on the lips. I've got a score. Very nice beer. I'm very happy with this. So cheers, guys. Right on.
Cheers. And I gotta look at my notes. We got Thrash coming up next. Actually, wait. Alex has made it back, so I'm gonna bring him up so he can do a showcase.
Thank God.
Yeah. Where is Alex? There you are. You ready?
Get while the getting's good, man.
Let's go, Alex.
Hey, Beavis.
All right, now's the time to show your beer.
Alex.
Can you hear us?
Is his computer so messed up he can't hear us? Oh.
His lower lip's sticking out.
Alex, what state do you live in? Come on. You get back to us on Earth. All right, we got to skip him. Oh. This is productive.
Yeah,
Alex.
it's awesome.
Alex, why the hell are you looking at us and not talking? That was odd.
All right, so Alex has dropped out again. Let's go ahead and move on to Thrash now.
All right, since I'm following up behind Beer Man, it's good.
Good night, Thrash.
No,
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
he took all the
How do you
adjectives.
follow that shit?
No, usually. I'm not.
Every single one of them.
So the blueberry maple stout. The nose on this thing is blueberries, like milk chocolate and coffee. I mean, it's just the nose feels like a rose. I mean, it's freaking awesome. The taste on this thing is very enveloping of the mouth. It's like drinking a chocolate shake almost. The head went down pretty quick, but if you notice, it doesn't have much legs as a 6%er, but it does have some nice lacing on it. It generates pretty good. Very sweet. On the back end, you get the bitterness. I think it's 26 IBUs on this thing, so it's got a little bit of bitterness, but most of it is like sweet forward. Very good. I would recommend this. I've had it before. That if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have picked it up again. If you can pick it up, beautiful. Not a heavy on the IBU type beer or ABV on the beer. So it's you can drink a few of these in the evening time and not have an issue with it. But yeah, very good. Let's see. Was there anything else on this thing? Oh, it did have the packaging date on here. It was June 23rd of this year. And that's the born on date. It's not drink by date, which is really good. Yeah, really good.
Nice. Awesome.
Right here. And we're going to try this again with Alex.
Oh, poor Alex. Yeah, he was.
Fingers crossed,
All right,
boys.
okay, Alex. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
It's not happening.
Alex, can you hear me? Yes.
Oh, whoa.
Maybe he touched his glasses. I'll take that as a thumbs up. All right, Alex.
That's a good
Now's the time to showcase your beer. Show us what you brought.
It's like he's picking somebody up on Tinder or something.
Oh my god.
Alex, the brewmaster.
That's not working for poor
All
Alex.
right, he's done. Good night.
Go on your phone, man.
Yeah, do it on your phone.
Why does he just look at us?
I'll let him know. He's not.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
not,
if you can hit him up on a Marcus Polo, let him know that when he goes big screen to show.
yes, sir, yeah,
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
he's way,
He's lagging like
he's way
45.
behind.
Yeah, he's way.
Yes, 45.
All right,
Alex,
let's not
don't
talk about
lie.
it. Let's move on.
YouTube.
All right,
Here we go.
audience. There goes one. Sorry.
No, it's incoming.
Yes.
Right. Go ahead, Alex.
Okay, talk,
There
Alex.
you go.
Talk.
Got the breakfast stat from Founders. Tell us about it. Wow.
All right. He needs to go bye.
There we go. Now we're
Are you back on the page?
so now
Hello?
I got what's it called? Breakfast Stout Founders. Okay, so it is a breakfast stout, and it's 8.3, and so that's what I'm going to be drinking now, and it's a good breakfast. I already tried it, so let me get it open quickly. Hello, I see you. Okay, all right, let's
What are
pour
you-
this
what are
up,
you
shall
seeing?
we?
What does the image look like on your end? What does it look like when you look at StreamYard on your computer this evening?
All right.
No, we'll never know.
Yeah. He's
That is a 2-finger head, 1-finger head. Nice
Oh, Dick
frothiness.
Johnny, come
Looks like a
on.
coffee stout and stuff
Everybody
like that.
has problems from time to
Nice
time.
and black,
Yeah.
jet black.
It's technical issues. It's not.
That's what I like.
Hey, let him go.
Let him go. Shh. Hold still.
First thing you smell is a coffee smell, sweet, roasted, dark coffee. That's what I like. And let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers. Sorry, I'm breaking up a little bit. Forgive
Cheers,
me.
man.
Taste it.
It's all good. You got it, man.
Well, this has warmed up. So what it's going to be is it's a little bit chocolatey, a little bit of boozy. I can't hear you, Eric. It's breaking up.
What?
Alex, keep going.
Alex, keep going.
It looks like I'm frozen a little bit every now and then.
Oh, you're doing
Yeah,
it.
keep
Frozen a
moving.
little bit.
Roll
Keep
with
on
it.
trucking.
And then it, you know,
You're coming through
a
okay.
little bit better, but still frozen a little bit every now and then.
Going.
So smells pretty good. Nice dark coffee. I don't understand what's wrong with this stupid computer.
Oh, no, it's okay. Keep rocking it. Keep rocking it. It's all good. Go
Are we
right.
doing an
I
update?
really don't understand
Don't
All right,
this.
don't worry
I
about
really
it.
don't. I'm really irritated now.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
not gonna get mad. But
Move on.
it's a very good beer. I like it. It tastes really good. I might have to do a revisit with BuMpy because unfortunately this is freezing up.
No, this is fine.
So-
You're okay. The audio's
This is very tasty though.
It's all
I
good,
will
brother.
give this a 90 or 100.
Well, I think we're coming back around, Alex. Get your thoughts together. And is it a 90 or 100? That's
This
a big
is
difference
breaking up.
there.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do.
It's all right,
I
bud.
really don't
It's
know
okay.
what to do.
Alex,
I really
just
don't.
We
It's
can
okay.
hear
Oh,
you.
yeah, this is a very
fine.
good
You're
beer.
not
I'll
affected
give
by
us a
whatever's going
90.
on.
Hey, everybody, real
Almost
quick.
to 100.
Alex is lagging about a
But
minute
I'll give it a
behind.
90, 91. It's very tasty beer.
okay. He's giving it a 91. I'll record it.
Yeah, I don't understand because it's with my computer. I mean, my phone works fine.
Hey, Alex. Okay.
I wonder
Yep.
if I go on my phone, it'll work fine.
Yeah,
All
try
right,
that, Alex.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we're like a minute behind.
So this is a very tasty beer. Smells pretty good. It smells
There
like
you go.
coffee. It smells like a very dark beer. Roasted. It's actually when I drink it down, it's actually a little bit booziness now.
Yeah, that happens.
At first when I drank it, it was very creamy. But as it goes down after a few minutes, yeah, I feel a little bit of burn in my chest. Not as bad, but it tells you that it is a big boy beer. So I wouldn't guzzle these, that's for sure. So I'm going to give this almost a 9. I think I'm going to give this a 93. Very tasty beer.
That low? 93.
it's
Oh,
coming
I
in.
think he fell out. Poor Alex. He's struggling, isn't he? Bless his heart. His damn internet. It's not him, it's his internet, I guess. I know the
Yeah.
feeling. Yikes.
He was a trooper, though.
He did it good. He was coming off with a good review there for a minute. The more you get to thinking about it and talking about it, it's like, now that it's warmed up a bit, it's starting to warm up. Is it? It's not my turn, is it? No. Okay, yeah. Give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
All right. So KBS, on the nose, it was sweet. It did have a slight alcohol presence. Coffee chocolate explosion of robust malts, chocolate notes. It did have a slight cask note in there too, slightly oaky. The flavor, it definitely envelops the palate. It's a full body beer. It's definitely bringing the heat, but it's not off-putting. You can sense the alcohol there. It's a slight warming in the chest, but definitely not as warm as some of the other beers that I've had, even at a lower ABV than this. The chocolate notes in here to me are more like a dark chocolate, maybe even like a baker's chocolate, because it does have that little bitter kick to it. Does have nice bready notes on the back of the palate. Really enjoying this beer, man. It's super good. But we're coming back around with scores, right? Sorry, I got lost in all the confusion.
We'll come back. Yeah.
You're fine.
Yes, we're coming back around
All
with
right.
scores. I'm sorry.
That's it,
muted
man.
myself.
Yeah,
Sounds good, Drew. Sounds good.
does sound good.
Cheers.
All right. Next up, we have Michael Komroff.
Okay. I have discovered by checking on the internet that it's 55 IBUs. on the burial skillet. So it's in the mid-range, and let's see what it will give you and give me. Okay, so on the nose, it's definitely coffee. Little bit of roasted malt in the background, but it's coffee is the main nose you get. Cheers.
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 Salute.
The taste follows the nose. You do get some bitterness as well, but it's not, I guess, at 55, which is in the mid-range. It's bitter, but it's not, over bitter. Little nice bitter side, light more than whatever. But coffee is the main ingredient in here, or the taste that it's providing is coffee. You get the roasted malts and the taste as well. There's really no chocolate in this at all, and no sweetness. So this is primarily a coffee stout.
Yeah.
I am enjoying it a lot. It's very good. Very well brewed. It's balanced. If I visit Raleigh again, North Carolina, I will pick up more of it from Burial Brewing, and I'll be back with a number shortly.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Very good.
That's good, Michael.
Drunken one.
Oh, me already?
He's drunk.
Right.
Come back to him.
I know. I was just thinking, man, I got 4 of these things. I got 4 of the KBS like the other boys are drinking. The KBS was born on 2/28 of the this is not it. The ones I was looking at were born on 2/28 of this year, and then the one beside it was like $7 a bottle. That was from last year. I don't know what anyway, we're here to talk about this one. This one was born on 6/26 of 20. This to remind everybody of the Parish Brewing, whatever y'all call it. It's a stuffy coat. Let me tell you more about it. I'm gonna try to geek it up just a little bit. It's a collaboration, coffee stout between Parish Brewing Company and whatever it is, coffee roasters. These guys are coffee roasters. They had a big part in this collaboration because this tastes a lot like coffee. I love coffee. I like coffee black and strong, like I like my women. Right? It's got with Madagascar vanilla beans. That's all in this drink right here. This is the 7.2. Here's one more time. I took some rough notes. So I poured it up and the head died quickly. It tastes like strong black coffee. It's got a little sweetness to it, just a little sweetness. I think from the lactose that might be in it. It's got a little kind of milky flavor. It does linger on the tongue. But to be very honest, it's thinner than I expected. Now that KBS, that's a syrupy kind of thick beer. This one's a bit thinner than what I expected. It doesn't have lacing. It doesn't like whip up ahead and hold lacing rings or whatever. But it does have legs. It does have legs on it. A bit of chocolate in there. Dark malts, obviously, because it is what it is. It's very roasty and toasty. It is definitely a after dinner drink or something around a campfire when it's nice and cold outside. Maybe with a flask of some. Anyway, a different story. And then I'm getting a little raisin and plum, and the bitterness. I think I don't know if it's necessarily from the hops, but I think it's more from the coffee. It's a great beer. The alcohol is fairly well hidden. You can it's only 7.2, so it's not a huge beer. But so the alcohol is fairly well hidden. You can you can kind of feel it going down. It wouldn't take many of these to probably stand you on your feet, and so you might want to be careful with them at 7.2. I'm liking it so far. It's not beautiful in the glass. Besides the fact that it's dark and you know what's in that glass, it's not pretty as a beer because it doesn't have a beautiful head like we all like to see. But y'all know what these beers are about. Pardon the dirty fingernails. And I'll get back to you on the score. Cheers.
That looks good, Drunken One.
Looks great.
Best review ever. Score!
Review ever. Okay. All right, we got the go herder. Y'all heard what that's all about. Goat herder discovered coffee when goats were eating them and the coffee beans and getting rowdy. Getting very stimulated by those beans. So yeah, 6.5% really doesn't hold the head retention all that well, except for a finger. And as I say, as I was saying earlier, it's a dark brown, pretty much black, but it is dark brown with ruby red tinges, and it had a nice finger of tan head initially. Yeah, it's a super coffee roasty, medium roasted note to it. Lots of dark chocolate, and I'm also getting a molasses and or something that reminds me of a lactic souring or a lactic milk, not souring, a lactic milk kind of sweetness, and dark cherries.
Well, it looks like it's really effervescent on the side because it's keeping some head.
Yeah, I will get to that momentarily because that is definitely my assessment here.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
Cheers.
Yeah, the carbonation. I don't know why I go to an oatmeal stout, but I noticed that oatmeal stout seem to have a fair amount of carbonation, and it's reminding me in the mouth feel like an oatmeal stout. It's got that medium roastiness to it. I'm going to say with the carbonation in mind, it's velvety with a nice carbonation bite, but it's not too much, but, you know, it's not necessarily what I think of when I think of a stout to have like a hefty carbonation to it. Like you said, that it reminds me of oatmeal stouts, carbonation. It's got a little bit of like a caramel syrup or syrup, however you want to pronounce that word, to it. Like if you were to go into a convenience store or something and you do like the pumps of caramel syrup, maybe like 1 or 2 pumps of that, really. Semi-sweet dark chocolate, and there's a very light smokiness in finish when the beer is pretty dry for what it is, and then you're getting left with like a smoky kind of note. It's on the light side of medium, towards the light body, to be honest. I forget who was talking about their beer, and they said that they were surprised that it was that light, and I am surprised that this one's that light. Again, it's fairly carbonated, obviously crisp. It's fairly clean for what it is, and I guess it is kind of refreshing. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Lower end spectrum on the body and on the ABV, but you know what? It gives you enough flavors that you don't necessarily have to. You can choose this one over an Imperial Stout, and I guess you could be satisfied. Yeah, I am so far. Cool.
All right. Very, very good. I gotta look down at my notes here to see.
Master, if I offended you.
So I'm going to now bring up Micah so he can go through his tasting.
All right, man. Y'all like got all in depth and shit, so I felt like I had to write some shit down. So
Welcome to Multi Monday.
yeah, exactly. Cheers. So on the nose, this thing smells extremely boozy. It's like almost like a coffee liqueur is what it almost smells like. You're getting a lot of heat from that alcohol smell, but it's got that nice twinge of like some good coffee, some good like espresso type. Very strong taste as far as on the coffee taste. I mean, if you like coffee, you will love this because it tastes straight up like coffee for whenever it's cold. As it warms up, you get a lot more of that chocolate malt note. It actually kind of smooths it out a little bit, especially on the tip of the tongue, tip to the mid, but on the back, you're still getting that real strong coffee bitterness. If I had to guess on the IBUs, it's going to be higher than mid. I'm saying probably 65 to 75. It gets pretty bitter back there. This one was born, where'd the can go? On 7/31. So just a little bit over a month ago. As it warms up, like I said, you are getting a lot more smoothness out of there. You get some slight hints of the chocolate. What else did I have on here? But yeah, like I said, on the nose, it smells very boozy, but you don't really taste it. You don't get any of that. I mean, I'm feeling it. Like I feel the boozy taste, but that's about it. Overall, it's a pretty good stout. And I'll give you my score once I finish it.
Cool, Micah. It's cool.
Awesome.
Which brewery brewed that particular Black is Beautiful?
This one is from Spindletap Brewery out of Houston, Texas.
Yeah, very good.
All right. I bring Alex back in, and we got your tasting and your score in there, Alex. So
Yeah,
want to hold tight.
It kind of rushed, but I'll wait and then I'll.
Yeah. We'll come back around. I'm going to let William go ahead and go through show his beer and go through his
Hey, William.
tasting.
Welcome, man.
Welcome in, William.
Hey, William, what's
Hey,
up, man?
William.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The Kepley.
My beer got jostled on the way home
shit.
today.
The boss is
It
here.
was in my backpack. I was riding a motorcycle. When I got home, there was a lot of foam in it, so I was afraid of an eruption if I popped it. So I've let it sit for a few minutes. I think now it's in a stable condition. I'll be able to pour it. It's what I have here is from the North Carolina brewery, Highland Brewing in Asheville, North Carolina, the Black Mocha Stout. Highland is one of the pioneers of craft brewing in North Carolina. They've been around since 1994. In the town Asheville, which arguably could be considered maybe the best beer town in the country. It's a great place if you love beer. But 5% ABV, 30 international bitterness units. So it's a very drinkable, not a dessert stout, not decadent in its richness or sweetness, but I guess for a stout, this would be like sessionable. So I'll
Nice.
read the brewer's description here from the website. It says, Highland's most robust beer achieves bold roasted chocolate and coffee notes, expertly drawn from roasted barley. It is black in color, with a very clean finish and moderate hop flavor. In 2006, this won a silver award at the World Beer Cup. And in 2008, it was a silver medalist winner at the Great American Beer Festival. So it's
Nice.
it's been in some high cotton. It's done pretty well. And so I have my doubled walled glass tonight, a goblet within a glass. So I'll give it a pour here. Hopefully, no spills.
We're gonna have to buy him a bib or
Explosion.
Oh,
He's
Brian.
right.
He's got a double wall mug. Who else got one of those?
That's right.
That's
I don't,
great.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
have one, but I have one of these.
I would put that in the refrigerator. Well, depending on the beer, I guess. But I'd put that in the refrigerator for a while. It seems like that would stay cold for a long time. It's like
Yeah.
I have a
I
double
broke
mug.
mine.
But I don't have one here. But me. I have a double
Both
mug
of
when I have a double mug at my sister's.
Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm trying to get that middle finger head. The middle
Yeah.
Right
I
there.
never thought of that.
That's a good looking beer.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. It's a family show.
Oh,
Okay.
My God, Drugula.
Is it really? I mean,
Not really. You know better.
Dark roasty, sort of cross with blackish mahogany, maybe a little bit of red hue up in the light, and the finger is middle finger plus. Right where I always wanted, about a middle finger.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you
a
get the memo from William Kepley there, everybody?
A nice faint cap, a little bit darker, a little bit lighter than a baseball glove, but I like the color of it. So on the nose,
Lighter than a baseball.
Oh yeah.
as expected, you get the nice roastiness, combination of the coffee and the dark chocolate, not a milk chocolate, more of a dark syrup, chocolate syrup like you put on a banana split, more of a dark chocolate. Pretty mild. This one doesn't knock you out in the aroma. Like I said, 5% ABV. This is a more of a smooth, sessionable type stout, but it's pleasant. It invites the first sip. So cheers on a Monday night in September.
Let's do it. Cheers, William.
Cheers.
Salante.
Look at the lacing already. Wow. Wait. I'm right.
There it is. Yeah.
Mine didn't have that. We're keeping it in. That's beautiful.
He's getting ready, folks.
He's working it. He's working it. Here comes the adjectives.
I'm chewing it.
Yeah, I guess so. Right?
The Kentucky, the Kentucky Chew, right? The Jim Beam products. Pretty much like a lot of the beers here tonight. The The taste follows the nose. You got that dark, intense roastiness of the malt, the chocolate, but it's not overwhelming. This is a subtle, more of a subtle, moderate beer, but the flavors are very, very enjoyable. Not overly sweet. The bitterness in this really comes through at a lower ABV level, and there's no addition of anything. This is just a natural coffee flavor that people perceive from the malt itself. There's no infusion of anything else. I sort of like that. I think it's a pure beer. I like that combination of the roasted malt and it's like I said, a nice little bitter snap to it too. And you get a little bit of creaminess from the head. So I'll take another sip and. Say just a slight sweetness, which will get a little bit more as it warms a bit, but this will never be, like I say, in the dessert beer category. But it's very enjoyable. It pretty much lives up to the description, the commercial description of it, which is, a lot of beers don't seem to, do that sometimes. But I'm enjoying this one. And I'll turn it back over to our moderator, and I'll have a score for it. Thanks for having me, BuMpy.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, William. All right. So with the beer, I brought the ground control from Litherman's Limited. What's left of it, it's not leaving lacing. The head died down rapidly. It's only 5.1% ABV, so it's not an alcohol issue. Why it's kind of just leaving legs. It's a body issue. The aroma on this, it's black ground coffee. Like you made yourself coffee in the morning and you have the leftover coffee grounds, and that's what it smells like up front. There's a dark semi-sweet chocolate aroma in there as well. A little bit of a roastiness coming up from some of the malts. The flavor on it, it's once again that black ground coffee flavor. And it's bitter. It's a bitter coffee. Very slight amount of roast from the malt. There is just a very subtle hint of like a mild chocolate note in there. And it finishes with this earthy bitterness. This one's pretty bitter and bitter throughout. The body on it is, I'm going to say, lower side of medium, and it's very watery, very like watery, low side medium body with kind of a high medium carbonation. It's not really working for me for a stout with that type of mouthfeel. And like I said, I think it's a body issue as to why it doesn't have lasting head, no lacing, anything like that. It's way too thin and bit for a stout brew. So I'll come back with a score on it, and let's just bring this back to the full panel.
Look at us, we're handsome.
We are, and
we are muy caliente.
Hey, Dio, speak for yourself.
We can just go right across. So we'll go from Beer
Smith.
Man all the way over to miscellaneous, and we'll drop down to Micah, and then go that way.
Oh yeah,
so, going like this.
All right.
Don't even hit it. Smash it, like.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hell yes, hit that like.
Smash that like.
BuMpy, this has been a good ride. This has been good. So I just a couple little extra notes before I score. As this warmed up, you get. I didn't mention it was a very full, robust body. Very. I don't know if I ever got to that. Smooth, creamy, velvety was a nice one. Thanks, Thomas. That was a good one. Cappuccino taste to it. Graham crackers. Graham crackers came up, which was really cool. Slight raisin. Thanks, Drunken One. I like that raisin. Really did come out of mine as well. very well put together. The booziness didn't bother me. It was actually expected. So 97 out of 100. I can't even talk right now. 97 out of 100 is what I get this. Cheers.
Over there, boys.
All right. Oh, and tomorrow is Beer and Cheese Tuesday, and at the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. And then I'm going to be doing robust porters on Wednesday for my my review and recipe thing. So, and of course, everyone else's stuff. But I'll just put that shit out. All right, on cheers.
So yeah, numbers and promos, right, Jesse? Right? Numbers and promos.
Numbers and promos. Yeah.
Numbers and
Shout-outs,
promos.
whatever you want to call it. So moving on to Michael.
I'm going to give mine a 97 as well. If you like coffee stouts, this is one you should definitely try to find because it is really coffee forward. And I'm a coffee person, so to me this is especially good. Wild Card Wednesday on Jay's channel this Wednesday, and Stout Sunday on John's channel. And hopefully I'll be back on Malty Monday a week from today.
Nice.
That's what we're hoping.
Hopefully, depending on what's chosen, right?
He'll always be our statistician. He's our statistician. We got the right guy for the job. He's good at it.
Record keeper.
Got to be somebody that does that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Bill. I don't know. I guess my thoughts on this the KBS. I mean, it's fairly well balanced beer. Didn't hit on this earlier in my description. Maybe I mean the bitterness that's come through in the back. It probably does have to deal with the coffee as well. I didn't really hit on those notes. The way the chocolate and the coffee notes marry together and that bitterness, it actually works very well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna score this beer at a I'm gonna score it at a 96.
Nice.
I mean, I like the KBS. I like the CBS. I definitely think Founders got some stuff out there that's a little bit can outscore this just a hair, but that's just my personal opinion. So plugs, not really doing too much. I think everybody's accounted for. Oh no, Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesdays. What's the ABV? 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out, beer chugs, all the gangs there.
Beer chug.
Come and try and get you a win, man.
There you go. Beer
Cheers,
chug.
y'all.
Just the way it sounds. Beer chug. Go check him out. Michael will love to see it.
So Micah, if you want to go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I mean, you can see this thing like left a black brown stain on this glass, and it's good. That thing is strong. I already feel it, and it's only 90. Very boozy, like I said. For me, I'm all about the ride. I like having varied of flavors as it goes across. Yes, I love the ride. You can quote me on it. I love the ride on my face, on my tongue. Anyway, so for me, I'm going to give this an 85 because it does have a lot of ups and downs. It's a good 85 for me. And as far as plugs, I actually go live right after you. So I go live at 8:30 Central, aka like 30 minutes from now. So if y'all want to join me over there, continue the good times, have a good drink, and watch Phil and funny videos, hit me up.
Right.
And I love having guests on. So yes,
what is,
all you're
excuse
welcome.
me. What is your channel? What's your name?
Micah's Mix. It's in my name.
Right there.
Yeah, right.
Literal name.
There, right. He removed it.
Wait for it. Wait for it, Alex. You'll see it.
Can you?
Because he's bringing up the comments.
Can you send me?
yeah,
Can you
hold
send me
on.
the link and I'll follow him? I'm not sure. I don't think I'm following.
Absolutely. I'll post it in the private chat for you.
There you go.
All right, heavy metal beer time. Goat herder. Bar coffee stuff.
Cool looking can, man. I like the can art. I like the font on there. It looks heavy metal.
Yeah, it's got that thrashy metal look to it. Yeah, so we talked about that. Ethiopian goats that discovered this coffee bean thing. And yeah, coffee was born. There you go. This one, as it started to warm up a little bit, I get more and more and more of this dark fruit quality. So it actually and it intensified to almost a straight up medium at this point. It's more full than on the light side so far. So it does intensify, if only a little bit. It does end up intensifying when it comes towards the room temperature. So if you're looking for, if you can find this local beer, go right ahead from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. So if you're looking for a beer that's kind of like an imperial stout, but it's a little more subdued in its flavors. If you like that coffee, if you like that roasty, if you like that dark chocolate, if you like that dark cherry flavor, but you just don't want all the booze all the time and you'd like a more drinkable beer, this one is a great one to have. I mean, a 90 is a pretty good rating on this one. I will stick to that. And I think they can do other things to make this have a fuller mouthfeel texture. But as it is right now, really nice, easy drinking beer for all you metal fans out there that like coffee stouts. Woo.
Yeah, I feel like I'm following up right behind you. I believe you're done. If it looks like you're finishing up there, I'm with Eric. Mine is a totally different beer. But I'm left a little disappointed with this. It scores 95 on Beer Advocate, but it is just a bit thin. And yeah, the CBS, KBS, whichever you like, is much different. It's just got a thicker, more better mouthfeel, and you feel like you do have to kind of chew on it. Chewing of the beers earlier, right? You do have to kind of chew on it, right, Mr. Kimpley? And to get it down, this one you don't have to chew on so much. It's a good beer. They scored it a 97. I'll give it a 96. I'll give it a 96. And I got a baby palate compared to some of these guys that spend a whole lot of money on these badass beers. There's better beers out there. This is not a slap by no means. For them to go to 97 over there on the Advocate thing, that's fair enough. I know there's better beers. I'll give this every bit of a 96. It's not quite world class, but it's definitely one you want to seek out once in your life. Pronounce it for yourself. That's one we're looking at again. Parish Brewing, the Revel, or whatever. You say it like you like. And I usually get my finger out for these things. Sorry, guys. I've been busy. Thanks, Jesse, for having me. All of our scores have been really high tonight. I think so far we're in the A range throughout.
I definitely don't think it's going to top Flemish Red, but their scores are pretty high.
By the way, this is the second one. The first one went down pretty good. That's the second one.
That's how you know it's an A right there. If you drink two in a row.
You can get a little bit of them. 7.2, whatever. Anyway, cheers. Thrash, I think it's your turn. So,
Drunken One, what's your plans? You gonna get some tipsy sprouts and stuff after you get the move in? Let's get some videos.
That's something else. That's something else. That's another thing. We're here for the beers.
Oh no! But your channel
beers that put a lot of weight on you. Yeah. What are the calories in these things? Oh my geez.
Yeah, sure. I would recommend this beer big time. Anyone getting into stouts are kind of like a dessert stout since it's got a nice sweet note to it. This is something only 6%. Again, Saugatuck Brewery. This is the blueberry maple stout. I think you can get it everywhere. I've seen a lot of people do a review on this. I think BuMpy did it. You did this one, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, I know there's a couple people in our group that have had it, so I know it's available pretty much nationwide. This beer, I'm going to give it a 92. It's in the A range. It's not the best stout I've ever had. It's not the worst stout I ever had, but it really ranks up there. And for my channel, I got quite a few videos that are new out there. The horse rescues, so dealing with that. I'm trying to post more on those so people can see the rescues that are out there from kind of like a monthly basis. And then also I have some barbecue stuff that's up there, homebrewing stuff. I'm doing the parts, different parts on the wine. I'll be doing some more retro stuff because I know John and Ellie in the chat just is aching to see another video of mine on doing some screws and replacing some capacitors and bringing the old computers to life. But yeah, check me out.
Yogurt Chicken Brand Fisher, Threshold Homebrew, Threshold Homebrew Barbecue, and more. And more.
And more.
And it's
And more.
and
He's
possibly,
right.
and
Yeah,
possibly,
I forgot to get my plug. I ain't doing shit anymore. I'm just hanging out.
brother.
I'll be back at some point.
Oh,
Mr. Kempley, I think it's your turn, sir. What you think? Oh, yeah, this is Jesse's gig. I'm sorry.
It is true, William. It's your turn to go.
Okay. What's your this one? This is not a stout, like 5% ABVs, mild in flavor. It's not, doesn't have the wow factor really. It's someone who likes the higher ABV, higher gravity stouts. But I think it's brewed well to the style, and I think as testimony to the awards it's won. But it's more of a subtle flavor, but I enjoy it. Like I said, it's what I expected. I think it's brewed well to the style. And I think for this one, I would score it a 93.
Nice. Right. Not disappointing. A little thin, and you know what you get into with the low ABV. Yeah, it sounds nice. Yeah, it sounds okay.
It doesn't assault the palate. You're able to detect the malts are the show. They're the malts that star the show here, which allows that coffee and the dark, unsweetened chocolate notes to really show their stuff. But yet it doesn't have that decadent. It has a more of a light to medium mouth, but it doesn't have that viscosity of a higher gravity stout or that lusciousness or the syrupy nature of it. This is not a knockout for someone who's probably drank a lot as a stout regular drinker. But I appreciate for what it is. And I think it's pretty good. Like I said, 93, I would put it in that range.
There you go.
I can actually get my hands on some of that brewery stuff, and I've been putting it off because the cans were a little lackluster. But I'm gonna try it out. I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna.
Would you show it off
from their stuff?
Show it off to friends and check out my stout. You know, you're trying to convert them from being the Coors Miller Lite drinker to hey, check out this is kind of crafty. Is that a gateway drug? Wink, wink.
Drunk boy.
I think it's time to do the weekly summary of the poll.
Oh man.
This week the poll it was a runaway win for the coffee stouts.
I love it when he does these.
They left the competition in the dust, garnering 60% of the vote, which in an election would be a mandate. And so they just left the rest of the field. And here's a quote here from Michael Komaroff, who was the coffee stout manager. He said, "We were really focused this week. We came out of the gate with blood in our eyes, and we were just so determined to make an early statement. And I was very pleased with the performance. There was no letdown any way through the whole week, and I thought it was a very big victory, very great victory." And from Malty Money Commissioner Jesse Merrill, aka BuMpY, said, "It's been a very good season so far. The league has done very well. The panelists have been excellent. We've had a lively weekly live comments, been very entertaining. I'm very well pleased with the progress the league has made this year.
Yes,
and look forward to the rest of the season. I think the BJCP will be proud of the effort that we put out this year."
Except for Malt Liquor Monday and ice beer.
As a committee member or sort of whatever, I'd like to move that we have that Beer Man come up with like an intro for Mr. Kempley's weekly rundown of the stats. Can we get that on the show? Can we have like a 15-second intro for Mr. Kempley's?
I think that's a good idea.
You know?
You want?
Yeah.
What do you think?
You give me some video and I'll work with it.
Yeah.
The disappointment of the week will have to go to the Imperial IPA, which finished a close second last week to Helles. I mean, it was neck and neck down to the wire. Only had 13% this week, 4 votes. So definitely a slump. I think that mentally they probably were let down last week by not being able to overtake the Helles. But that was a very, very disappointing showing for them. And White IPA also brought up the field with only 3 votes and 10%. But as the past has shown, these beers can rebound. Helles went from hell to heaven in 1 week. It went from last place to first place. So, never discount the underdog. Anyway,
right?
But
damn right.
The theme of the week was coffee stouts ruled. I mean, it was a runaway victory.
Oh yeah.
And be interesting to see what the field is for next week and see what the outcome is, because in Multi Monday, it's always unpredictable.
Sure.
I love it. I love it.
Always
We got Alex. I
say we give
until
away
next week.
2 minutes to give us everything he's got. Beer man smart like that. He can come up with an intro if Jessica will allow it. Maybe we're ready for this. And flash across the screen, and then there's William. Okay. Maybe these are good to your head. They're only 7.2, but it's different. It's different than a normal beer.
Hit that mushroom.
All right,
Hit
Alex,
that mushroom.
go ahead. Shout out your channel.
All right. Well, since I had to rush my stuff.
Fuck! I'm glad I was muted that whole time.
Wait a minute. Yes,
I was. You know what I was saying?
Hold on, Alex.
Alex, give me just a second, buddy. I don't mean to overrun. Give me just a. Holy fuck! I said to the ladies and gentlemen around here. Golly, I was going to talk for a
Beer
while.
time with the Bio Man.
No, just for a second.
No time
I
to
say that. Holy shit! I thought y'all were hearing me. Okay, so what I proposed in my brain, and I thought I was trying to sell to y'all is we give William Catley 2 minutes of each show.
Drunken, when you weren't muted. I muted you because I have to get the show moving. we heard all that.
Oh, you muted me.
Yeah, I muted you so I could let Alex go and talk about his.
Oh, thank you.
Show.
Good damn thing. I'll mute myself this time. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm about to say is that this beer, I'm going to give this a 94 because I've been drinking a little bit of it. And
one last point.
It kind of has a taste of a smokiness too. Maybe it's just me, but
I have my white out. I can change it again.
Yeah.
maybe it's just me, but I think I'm going to give us a 94 because
Okay, Alex.
it's very tasty. I'm sorry, but
I'm cool.
Give that a 94. I will get that again. It's a tasty beer. And my channel is Alex the Beer Master. And Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I think I got that right. Eastern Standard Time. 8 o'clock. And we're going to be doing some, what's it called? We're going to be doing, what's it called? Jesus, I'm losing my mind now. Peaches and
Mangoes.
Peaches
and mango. Wow.
Yes, peaches and mango and some if you can find a peach beer or a mango beer, either or doesn't matter because I don't know if you can find one. So or fruit beers, something to match with it. Because I don't know if you can get a mango beer or peach beer. So I'll just say fruit beers or peach or mango. Doesn't matter. So we'll go from there. So 8 o'clock.
So fruit beers. What's the food?
It is going to be mango and peach. Mango.
The actual
peach.
fruit of mango.
Oh, I thought. All right.
Mango and peach.
Specialty fruit beer. Got it.
Mango and peach.
All right.
Yeah. The proper fruit, mango.
Sounds like a
Alex,
great
you're a
time
peach.
for
Keep it
some,
up.
And
sounds like some great time for some what is that? 1985 by
Voodoo Ranger.
yes, Voodoo Ranger. That's a great mango beer.
Belgium. Absolutely is. Drink that all the time.
Hey guys, when BuMpy gets off air, I'm gonna do a test real quick. I'm gonna go live on my channel, invite you all in.
Whoa, we got competing interests.
No. There's a
All right.
reason
Well,
why
let
I'm
me
doing that.
let me wrap this up so we can get off here. So I'm gonna give my beer. I'm gonna give it like I'll give it a 64. out of 100. It was pretty horrific.
Wow.
That's an F.
Yeah.
Did you pick it down with grain?
Yeah.
I will not buy this beer again, and nor would I recommend it to anybody.
Oh, why?
Except my wife. I told her she can have the last can because she seemed to like it for some reason.
That's
Well,
love.
Bumpy, what's wrong with it?
He had told us
What's
what
wrong
was
with the
wrong.
beer?
I told you what
What's
was wrong with it. It's thin for a stout. It's nothing but coffee ground flavors for the most part. Very bitter. It's a lot of things I don't like in a stout. So anyways, Balti Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern time every Monday. We are going to hopefully create a poll that will be posted in the not in the comments, in the various hangout groups that we're in. If you're not part of the hangout groups, it will also be posted in the description of this video. You don't have to go back and watch it. You can just click on the video and then just go to the description, and the poll will be posted in there once it's created and up. Poll will stay up until right around the end of Wildcard Wednesday. So usually that ends around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. That's when the polling will come down, and all votes will be counted at that time for the next Malty Monday episode, whatever beer is going to be out of that poll. But I want to appreciate everybody that's joined up in the chat tonight. Thank you so much. The chat was definitely rolling tonight. I want to thank my panel members for joining up tonight as well. I appreciate everybody that comes back all the time. It's not a standard it's not one set panel. Anybody's welcome as long as you bring said beer that wins the poll, and you act like a somewhat normal, rational human being. But we let D1 in. But anyways, I want to thank Micah especially for joining up first time tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Check out his channel. He's coming up live. 8 minutes?
Yeah, about 8 minutes.
In about 8 minutes. So hey, if we can we're going to get off air now and try to create this poll as quick as possible. That way everybody can venture out and go where they want to.
Yep.
All right.
Just
Cheers,
got
everybody. Thank you all for joining tonight.